Hi guys, so I'm wearing makeup again. It's become more of a regular occurrence now. Also, I am missing a nail. These are my real nails, but one of my Color Street nails just literally just came off. So anyway, but yeah, so I've been starting to like really get back into makeup and actually use my eyeshadow palettes and my highlighters and my lipsticks, and I'm really excited about that I actually am starting to use my collection. I have a set of palettes in my bathroom. That's where I typically get ready in the morning with makeup, is in my bathroom. And I have like a set amount of palettes that I use. So I'm trying to get through those because they're the palettes that I have are the ones that have been in my collection the longest, and the ones that I want to pan out and either decide if I want to later repurchase or if I want to just get them out of my collection completely and get something else. So I have only been using like 5 or 6 palettes for the past like few weeks, and I'm proud of myself. So anyway, so today is going to be my Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette collection. Now, I will say this, I have not bought any of his newer palettes. A lot of my palettes are, I wouldn't say they're old, but they have been in my collection for a while. Some of these I absolutely love, some of them not so much. Some of them are more used than others. Some of them are brand spanking new. So I'm just going to show you what I have as far as my Jeffree Star collection. Now, I have a few on my list of ones that I want to purchase. So I really want the Blood Money palette, the all green palette, because green eyeshadow is awesome. I want the Pink Religion. I don't have that one. So there's a lot that I don't have, but there is also a lot as far as eyeshadow that I do have. So I'm just gonna go through it. So starting with the OGs, his first 2 palettes, the Beauty Killer, which was also one of my first palettes. That is what that looks like. I won't be doing any, well, I don't know if I have any like makeup wipes in here to like use to remove makeup. I got one. So I will be selective with my swatching, but that is what the Beauty Killer looks like. This was his first eyeshadow palette, and it's gorgeous. I will say it's gorgeous. I don't use it, and I need to. This actually needs to be a product that I do use. I need to use this up and get it out of my collection, because now he has the Beauty Killer 2. He discontinued this and just made the Beauty Killer 2. So I need to use up this one and then get the new one. But it's been in my collection for a long time, guys. And then I have the second one, which was the Androgyny. This one was a very weird color story. It's very wild. A lot of words. You've got only 2 shimmers, this deep bronze, and then this light kind of champagne gold, and then the rest of them are mattes. Yeah, the rest of them are mattes. Which some of these are really gorgeous mattes. Like, this is a very practical shade that you can use. Same with that deep brown. But this was the second one that he came out with. I don't typically reach for this one either, but it is in my collection. Now, everything else, I have no idea. I have no idea what order they came out. I have palettes galore, you guys. So I'll actually go with this one. Oh my gosh, there's palettes everywhere. Okay. This is actually just my, I included this because they're just singles. So I have Death Blow. So I believe this one was from the Cremated palette, and I don't have the Cremated palette. That's really bright. But it's just a solid, like, bright white. And then here's a cream shade, which is in Burial Ground. bridal gown, which is also, it's white, but it's got more of a yellow undertone. So those are the only two singles that I have from him. I just included it because it is Jeffree Star and it is in my collection, so I figured you guys would want to see that. Let's go into the minis. Let's do the minis. So I've got Mini Controversy. I don't have the big one. It's been used. This shade right here, My Boyfriend's Purse, is a very... It's interesting. It is a silvery kind of gray. It's very interesting. I don't have anything quite like this in my collection. I have a cat scratch right there. So I'm going to... But you guys, that's the only Shane Dawson palette I have. I don't have any of the other ones. No, there's only one. The big one. I don't have the big one. The big one. Let's do another swatch. Let's do My Apology. Burgundy, red, purple undertone. It's a gorgeous shade. I mean, this really is a beautiful palette. Exposed, this is a matte periwinkle kind of color. It's light. That was a horrible swatch. I'm sorry. That's a little better. I also, like, I'm bony, you guys. Like, you can literally see my bones. So, that's not the palette's fault. That is my hand. So, yeah, it's a gorgeous palette. I don't reach for it as often. It had its moment in my collection where I did use it a lot. And now I've kind of branched away from this one. So this one also might go in the chopping block as far as my Jeffree Star collection, like what I want to use, because this has been in my collection for a while. Then I've got the Mini Breaker, which is mostly purple, very summery. This shade Oral, you guys, that's gorgeous. Very shiny, very metallic, very pretty. So this one's just mainly purples. Purples and pinks. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 purples, 1 pink. Very purpley, very summer, very bright palette. So this is the Mini Breaker. And then I have the Mini Orgy, which I have not used this, you guys. I have not used this. So I have 2 of them. I actually have one of them in my bathroom that I'm trying to pan out because I have 2 of them. I have 2. I bought one and then my friend didn't like hers and she decided to give me hers, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this other one? I'm like, I'll just use it. I'll use it up and then I'll get into yours. That's what I'm trying to do, is use up her olive palette. Then the one that goes along with the Mini Orgy is the big one. The big one. This is top 3 favorite palettes from Jeffree Star, because it is so versatile and it is so everyday wearable. This is an all matte palette. There's not a single shimmer, metallic, glitter, microscopic matte with flecks of glitter. This is a all matte palette. So if you are a makeup artist, this is your dream. Bridal, your dream. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll swatch a couple. Let's do that black, you guys. Hello. That's just literally one swipe, you guys. It's still on there. That's crazy. Let's do this dark brown. It's just, his formula is just, in my personal opinion, unmatched. I don't think you can get anything quite like his formula. You know, there's Natasha Denona, there's Pat McGrath, there's, you know, all these high luxury expensive brands that you can get similar formula. But this palette, I believe, was $58, $52, and for Natasha Denona you have to pay $150, $250. Pat McGrath, you get like 6 to 12 shades and it's $100. This is $58, $62, something like that. And I don't think it, personal opinion, you know, you can hate the person behind the palette. You can hate Jeffree Star all you want, but you can't deny the quality. And that's something he does very well. Something I believe he spends a lot of time on, is getting that formula right, and it shows. Like it or not, if you're someone that wears makeup, that enjoys makeup, you're buying a product. You're not buying a person. So it's just something that I think about when purchasing. I really don't give a crap who it is, but that's just me. That's kind of how I've always been. So just putting that out there, you know, everyone's got their own opinion on things, and we have to learn to like each other either way. So this is the Alien palette. This is, again, top 3. This is probably number 2 in my collection because it's just different. It's unique. It's cool tone with a twist because you have this green, this yellow, this green, pop of purple, this very interesting green brown duochrome kind of thing. I mean, guys, come on. It's green, blue, and then brown with like little flakes of purple in it. It's just phenomenal. It's so good. That's a beautiful shade. So this is a very different, very unique palette. I wish that he still made this, but he doesn't. It's very, very sad. Very sad. It is, like I said, I think this one's number 2. I think this one's 3, this one's 2, and I'll save number 1 for last. How about that? Alright, this was a Jeffree Star collab. Now this is Morphe featuring Jeffree Star. This is the Morphe times Jeffree Star. So this isn't his brand, this is Morphe. Now, this palette was interesting. I do not like the glitters. Well, there's only one. One glitter? Yeah. Glitters, not my thing. It swatches actually pretty well. That's actually really impressive, not gonna lie. Interesting. I don't wear this palette that often because I forget, you guys. I forget I have this because this is in my kind of like Morphe drawer. So Morphe palettes are so big, and I don't reach for those unless I intend to use all of the colors in the palette. So this kind of is left behind in my collection. Not to say it's bad. I honestly haven't used it enough to give you an opinion. Just saying. Alright, then we have the Jeffree Star Thirsty. This one, I love this one too. I really do. This was when he tried out a different type of shimmer formula, and it was a little bit harder to work with. It was, I want to say it's thicker and has more glitter in it than oil. So this one just got a bad kind of rap. Does it swatch beautifully? Yes, it does. But I do remember having a hard time with this on my eyes. So there's that's just the middle row, you guys. The middle row. I'll swatch the other. Let's swatch this like coral shade. It's just crazy how good these are. Do another one. You guys, like, come on. Even the like light shade, like, I don't know why I did it on that hand. Even the light shade. Yeah, sorry. I haven't used this in a while. This actually makes me want to use it, swatching it now. You also can't get this anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of these palettes you can't get, but you can always go. I always tell you guys, just because a palette is discontinued does not mean that you can't find it. You can go on Depop, you can go on Poshmark, and you can find a palette for a fairly decent price. Now, don't go pay, you know, $60, $70 more than retail for a palette, but you can find it. And that's why I feel comfortable with showing you guys collections and using palettes that are discontinued, because you can find them. Just go on Depop, go on Poshmark, go on Mercari. The way to tell a palette is real is this right here. the serial number. This one has a barcode, which helps, but the serial number. If it doesn't have a serial number, it's made in China, and it is not authentic. So, that's how to tell if your Jeffree Star palettes are real. All of them will have it. I'll show you another one. Let's do Blue Blood. Same thing. Serial number right there. Blood Sugar. Serial number right there. That's how you can tell if your palette's real. Anyway, speaking of Blue Blood, the all blue palette. This is when he started to get into the like monochromatic kind of palettes. The blue. You can see me. The blue. This shade Ice Tray is so pretty. So pretty. Like, it's just the quality of these, you guys, I just can't compare. It just, you can't, yeah. It's just good. Is this so good? Okay, I swatched that in a, literally on my, like, freaking wrist, and now I can't. It's bad to watch, but there's some of the Blue Blood. I told myself I wasn't going to swatch. What did I do? Start swatching. It's fine, though. It's fine. You should look at this makeup wipe, you guys. And I only have one, and I'm over here swatching the entire, like, palette. All these palettes. But they're so good. Like, you can't, when you buy a Jeffree Star palette, all you want to do is swatch because, like, you know it's going to be good. Alright, next is Blood Sugar in my collection. This was the all, oh, can't open this. I also have a makeup, like, remover all over me, so it's going to be hard to open. Can I even open this, you guys? Ooh. I got it. Blood Sugar! Now, this is a gorgeous palette. This broke the internet when this first came out. Like, broke the internet. Broke it. But the one thing I feel, in my opinion, is missing from this palette is a shimmer red. We have this whole row of reds, like deep reds, and the shimmers that we get in this palette is the gold, the champagne gold, and a pink. There is no red shimmer in this palette. So that was the only complaint I had about this. Quality, phenomenal. I'm not going to swatch it because I've been swatching like crazy. My hands are going to look like a mess. I've got two more left in my collection, you guys. Two more. The big one, Jawbreaker. The most colorful Jeffree palette he's come out with is Jawbreaker. Now, you see a lot of people that completely just rearrange this whole palette in a more, you know, it makes more sense. It looks like, honestly, he just threw shades in the Jawbreaker. But, if you think about it, a Jawbreaker looks like this. You start out with a white, and then you get splotches of all of these different colors. That's how I looked at it. I'll swatch this pink one for you guys. Cotton Candy. Hello. It is Barbie pink. Barbie pink. Sour. This really pretty kind of pastel green color. Or neon green, actually not even pastel. Look at this. You just can't deny it, guys. Like, you legit, I'm serious. Like, love him or hate him, the man has some serious talent when it comes to eyeshadow. So, definitely very, you have to be a creative person to, like, only use this for a look. Because it bright, y'all. It bright. Alright, last one. So that is what Jawbreaker looks like. Last one, which is my number one. So we've got this palette, Alien for number 2, and then Orgy for number 3. My favorite palette from Jeffree Star that I owned is the Bloodlust. Love this palette. This is just a work of art to me. It is beautiful. And then the inside is a purple Lover's Heaven. It's been used. I've used her. I have. The formula in here, he did a little different. Some of these shimmers are more like topper shades. So this shade Wet Jewel looks wet, but it's a topper shade. So it doesn't, it's got more glitter, more of a microscopic mica powder-ish glitter glow. It's a different formula than his regular shades. I'll swatch one that is his regular formula. This one is Beauty Sleep. I'll swatch it right next to it. See how this is a lot more shiny, more smooth. This has more glitter, so it's a topper. You guys, I love this palette. The only thing about this palette, he was doing so well. And in my opinion, why did he throw a red and a purple palette and a freaking like teal? I mean, it's pretty, but I don't have that kind of creative mind to use a red and a teal and purple. But, you know, this is a heavy palette too. It's a honker. It's heavy. So that is it, you guys. That is all of the Jeffree Star palettes that I own and love. There's not a single palette in this collection that I could actually think about parting with, other than maybe the originals. But yeah, you guys, if you stuck around to the end, thank you. It's been a wild ride. Just watching Jeffree Star palettes with one makeup remover wipe. That's what that looks like. So, anyway, that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other brands that you want to see my collection of. I've got like Too Faced, I've got Juvia's Place, I've got a bunch of palettes from various brands if you want to see like a collection of just those. So that is it, you guys. I will see you in my next one.